Well, on this, let's bring in Daniel Fried, a former US ambassador to Poland and a Weiser Family Distinguished Fellow at the Atlantic Council. He joins us live from Washington. Ambassador Fried, thank you very much for your time. As a distinguished American diplomat, you've played a pivotal role in shaping US foreign policy. So what's your assessment of what's happening here between Trump and Ukraine, indeed Volodymyr Zelenskyy?
What's happening is either a very Donald Trump drama of pushing someone, looking for advantage, and then closing a deal, or worst case, it represents a strategic break by the United States from Ukraine and from European security and from our own American strategy from 1945. I hope it's the first. I hope it is only Donald Trump pushing Zelenskyy so he, Donald Trump, can get the best possible deal out of Russia to end the Russo-Ukraine war. Now, I think Trump was wrong to push Zelenskyy as hard as he did in the Oval Office, but now Zelenskyy has come back with a very forthcoming statement. It's everything the Americans, well, everything the White House could ask for, and the question is, will Trump accept it? Zelenskyy offered to sign immediately the minerals deal between the U.S. and Ukraine. If that deal gets signed, which it could very soon, then that will be an indication that the United States is still backing Ukraine and the strategic crisis may ease. If not, if the United States rejects what Zelenskyy has said, things will get worse, and there is no American interest that is advanced by things getting worse between the U.S. and Ukraine.
Well, we don't have too long to wait because Donald Trump will be speaking to a joint Congress later on. No doubt he'll be speaking about this. Then how do you expect... How do you expect him, with your experience, how do you expect him to react? Because like you say, this was the minerals deal that he was after. And quite frankly, Zelenskyy said as much as he could possibly say, hasn't he?
Absolutely. Trump could claim the win. He could say Zelenskyy was wrong and he apologized, and I, Donald Trump, I'm such a good guy, I'm going to forgive him, and we're going to proceed. Now, you asked me what I think Donald Trump will do. That's an impossible question because he loves being unpredictable. He loves the drama. I think the odds are slightly in favor of Trump accepting the win, accepting the statement of regret by President Zelenskyy, taking the minerals deal and moving on. Donald Trump loves to do things the dramatic way, with lots of attention, lots of people watching, and that's what he's got. If he actually breaks with Ukraine, and worse, breaks with Europe, he will be responsible for the consequences, which are not going to be pretty. And I don't think he likes consequences. He likes the drama. He prefers the drama. So I am hopeful, but as the U.S. intelligence community likes to say, I have low confidence in my judgment.
Let's talk about, Ambassador Fried, what a pause in US military aid might mean for Ukraine. Just how significant would it be?
Well, are you talking short pause or long pause? If short pause, not much. If this is Trump's way of putting pressure on Ukraine, for no good reason, by the way, but if that's what he wants to do, and then lift it, things will be much better. And frankly, the Russians are not doing that well on the battlefield. They can't seem to recapture the part of their own Kursk province that the Ukrainians are occupying. Their advances in eastern Ukraine, which have been going on for months, have been badly slowed. Their casualties are high. Their economy is weak. We know all about Ukraine's problems, but let's not forget Russia's. So things aren't going all that well for Vladimir Putin. And I hope Donald Trump doesn't rescue him. But if the arms pause, if the arms curtailment to Ukraine continues for a long time, well, we'll be rescuing Russia. And how that helps American interests, I can't possibly say. Donald Trump could bring home a big victory, a ceasefire in place, backed up by European troops, with some kind of American backing, leaves Ukraine as, let's say, this century's version of West Germany, or a little bit South Korea. That's a big strategic win. Trump could take credit for it, and he loves to take credit for things. So this is possible. It's not inevitable, but reach out and grasp it is what I would advise the U.S. administration. And don't step on your own lines and don't go in circles, which is what, frankly, we Americans have been doing for over a week. We need to bear down on Russia, not on Ukraine. Patch things up with Zelenskyy, take advantage of the French-British leadership role, and thank them for it instead of insulting them, as Vice President Vance did earlier today. But we can still find a way out of this bad situation, and you can see it taking shape in a good way. So I have hope, though hope is not a strategy.
Hope is good. Ambassador Fried, thank you very much. We really appreciate your assessment of the events. Daniel Fried,
Thanks for having me.
Live there from Washington.